This is the next demand. It starts civil unions. Yeah, we have to visit each other in hospital. We want to inherit our belongings and so on. Let's have a civil union. Then it goes on. Let's have complete equality with marriage. Okay, what does marriage mean? Children. We can't have children, so what do? We can adopt them. So we have a first stage of adoption. There's, let's say, a mother with a child. She goes away from her husband. She gets the child. She goes together with her lesbian partner, with her biological child. And now let the new partner adopt that child. In Germany, we have a law that allows this, yeah? First step, adoption by the new partner. So what do we do with the child? We cut off the relationship, in case of lesbianism, to the father. The human being needs father and mother by allowing adoption. Okay, this is not enough. What do we do then? There is no child, just two lesbians come together or two men come together. We want to have a child. We have married. It's our right. It's our right to have children. We want to adopt children. Strange children. Just think of the destiny of a child. What has happened to the child if it has lost his or her biological parents? It is a great tragedy in the life of a child. So we had adoption agencies which looked for a couple, a man and a woman in a stable relationship, to give this child to, so it might have a life. So now same-sex partners say, we want to adopt. And there are countries which allow this strange adoption of a child which doesn't belong to them. Psychology shows absolutely clearly that the human being needs, it's called triangulation. Here is the child, here is father, here is mother. We have to learn from father and mother how to be a woman, how to be a man. What it means as a boy to relate to a woman, what it means as a girl to relate to a man. This you learn in the normal situation, father, mother, child. In the same-sex relationship, you cannot learn this. And there are witnesses of people who really scream out and say what they are missing because they were in a same-sex relationship. The Supreme Court in the United States, who legalized same-sex marriage last year with one voice majority of the 9 justices, there's a letter really going to your heart of a woman who has grown up in same-sex marriage with 2 lesbians, and she says, this it has done to me. Please do not legalize it. This is the consequence. And there's scientific research, serious research, which shows what is obvious and not surprising, that children are harmed if they grow up in same-sex relationships. Now, there's a third way to get a child, and that is by artificial production of children, by buying the ingredients of a child with money. Yeah? So let's say Elton John, the pop singer, the English pop singer, with his partner. They now have 2 children. What do? They're 2 men. They buy an egg of a woman. That means very intense hormonal treatment. Several eggs must be, the woman must she's operated, so you extract these eggs from a woman. Then you deliver the sperm. It is put together in a chemical laboratory, and then it is frozen. Then it is transported to a place where you have a surrogate mother, a poor woman who allows her uterus to be hired by 2 homosexual men to carry out a child, which she then will give birth to, usually by a cesarean. and then the two men stand at the door and take the baby away from that mother, which has given her body and everything to that child, yeah? And then this child will grow up with two men. What will be the perspective? What do we expect about the health, the physical health, the psychological health of a being which has been created that way? They say we have a right for children. This is not true. There is no right of grown-up people to have a child. But there is the right of a child to have his or her biological parents. And we should protect that right. And there is a right of the child to know about where we come from. We all want to know this. Adopted children always search for their parents. Even children which have been brought about by sperm donation. We have now a court judgment in Germany. They want to find out who is my father. Yeah? And now we have a decision that they can find out. So they find out my mother bought the sperm of my father at a bank for money. Who wants to have that kind of ancestry? Show me the person who wants that. Let me see the person who says, this is what I want. I don't think that person exists.